Hello, 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 my beautiful. It's been like 3 real life days that I was away off the YouTube streets. But in true crime, it felt like 3 years and it killed me. So, my internet service provider decided to upgrade their customers by taking 2K and 5K and combining it. But it didn't work for moi. And so we went through a month of dropping off and buffering, and I didn't know what was going on. So I finally called them last week, and they scheduled a guy. He came yesterday, and we have upgraded. So we went from 1.6 whatever to 816. We're good as gold. We shouldn't have any issues. So I just want to say today we're going to be doing 2 lives. We're playing a little bit of catch up because there was so much popping on the YouTube street for information. I was like, boom, boom, boom on my phone because nothing else worked. But you are joining me on a live or watching replay. And if you're watching replay, I want to say humbly thank you. Remember, during the live meet and greet, you have the opportunity to fast forward. You're in control of your own buttons. All right, my lovelies, welcome to 1111 True Crime. I am delighted to be back because I missed you guys. Let's just say hello to a few people. Let's get chat on the board. Hi, Jennifer Swain Love. Second time today. Thank you again for the snooper chat over on 1111 Crime Story. If you're into pulling cards, oh my golly, Noah Pressgrove, I've been all over it. We did a total of 4 readings. His playlist is ready. Now, today we're going to be talking about Sebastian Rogers. I want you to, after the video, check out the Mob Crew. I think he's on his 4th video of doing very similar work to what I find interesting and breaking down things. So he's taken the flashlight video and he's overlaid it onto the property, and OMG, it blew my mind. So we're going to be going over that. I have about a 2-minute clip, but I want you to check out he explains it. He shows you more than I do. I'm just showing you a snippet of his work. He has been diligent working on the Sebastian Rogers case. Now, I gave him a shout out on the Caleb Harris case because I watched him basically solve the case as just right before LE. It was like law enforcement were following his lead where he was going over the manhole and then the waterways. He did an amazing job, and he did an amazing job on this. Now, there's no guarantee that him, nor I, nor either of us saying this is all factual. He's presenting it. I'm just resharing that. But I do want to bring up a little bit about that $50,000 reward that the FBI has offered in the Sebastian Rogers case. And I'm going to take this moment that the parents, none, all 3, stepdad, mom, dad, nobody, seems to be grabbing right here and doing a massive media push because you have something to talk about. This is your missing baby. You now have $50,000 from the FBI, a reliable source, at least to some, backing you. It's as if a miracle happened in the Sebastian case. So, for those of you that would have any inkling, knowledge, whatever your tip is, call it in now. Because if it just happens to be the one that leads to the return or recovery or location of Sebastian, and I don't know what all the terms are, but you might be the one that gets $50,000. And this is a 15-year-old autistic child. I'm going in the dollar store about 2 hours ago, or actually I'm coming out, and I'm putting my stuff in my car, and this car pulls up from Ohio, and I'm in Wisconsin, so I'm like, hello. And we're in a little tiny town. And they're asking me about, can they get a shirt that says the name Owen on it? Oh, I just totally doxed myself. Anyway, and that's their son's name. And I'm like, oh, how kawinky dink. I took that opportunity to talk to them about Sebastian Rogers. And I barely got that out of my mouth. I'm like, he's missing. I work for true crime. His name is Sebastian Rogers, 15 years old, autistic. And immediately the woman said, oh, had the parents been cleared? I was like, not really, no. And they're like, ooh, see? And I'm like, well, what was your take immediately? Here I am, standing in the parking lot with strangers. And she immediately, and you could see the guy in the background, soon as I said the parents weren't cleared, he dropped his head and like started getting busy with other stuff because he was like, yep, there's your answer. But she was like, well, because that's a special needy child takes a special parent. And if they're not special enough for that gift, they often try to rid themselves of the problem. And I was like, you're preaching to the choir. You know, I get it. I've been watching true crime. I understand it a little bit there. Plus, I have an autistic child, and I consider it a very valuable gift. You know, I'm like, I am so fortunate to have this child, because there are kids out there that are hoodlums, that are absolutely off their wall or face, whatever, hurting other kids, you know, going to parties and hanging out with somebody named Kylie, and then she winds up in the trunk of her car. I don't want them kind of kids. I love my kids. But, you know, are the parents doing anything about sharing that we have a 50,000... Just saying. Billy the Goat, this is a moment to be shouting from the rooftop. And all I hear, I wish I had programmed it. Now I know I'm going to program a button for it, but crickets. Beep. Chirp. Chirp. And I'm like, oh my God, if I was looking for my baby, I don't care who you are, let alone FBI, it's like, hey, I'm going to put up a $50,000 reward to get your kid back. I'd be like, OMG, thank you, Jesus, above. God bless America and all that live there. Give me that. Thank you. Now I can get myself on the NBC, ABC, CBS, whatever. Because I got something that'll make them let me talk about my kid. But nobody is doing it. Nobody. And I'm like, give me my internet back. So I can at least make a plea for this child. Let me tell you something about how special somebody is that can put up with the bullcrap of being autistic. And what do I mean by that? Society does not recognize autism properly. Like if we really did, these are highly intelligent, functioning people. They have a difficulty in understanding society. So do I. Look at our society. It's ass backwards. Backwards, right? Our whole society is taught to teach our children lies from the get-go as parents. There's a Santa Claus. Yeah, you know, he's going to bring you all these gifts no matter who you are. And it takes the credibility out of the parent right away. I know y'all are probably hating me right now because I'm a Santa Claus hater. No, I'm telling you this. Listen to me. It teaches them that the poor parents that struggled to cover for Santa get no credit. No, it's not the way that we need to be in a society. So when you have people that are acting fake, hi, how are ya? And then they walk out the door and they're not on camera and they're like, hand me my tea. And you're like, what was that? Autistic people, they just see it as it is. They just see it straight up. They read energies amazing, and they don't lie about it. Hey, if your butt is too big for your damn pants and you're easily offended, the last thing you want to do is go around an autistic person, because they're going to ask you something. They're curious. They may say something like, "Why is your butt too big for your pants?" But they're serious. Or they might say, "Didn't you have pants big enough for you?" They are no concern about the size. They see that there's an opposition here of something large being forced like a can of busted biscuits into a little tiny sleeve, and they don't get it. It's out of proportion. And so it takes a lot for an autistic person to truly put up with the BS that we're all programmed to receive. And when you get $50,000 on the line, and this is one of God's very special people, 15 years old, that may have gotten walked out of his house. You heard me right. Because when I was all chatting about the mob crew, let's just get over and look at this. So what he's done, you guys, is he has taken the video and he's turned it and aligned it according to where that camera is on a house. Okay? And it shows a couple of houses, I think 3 or 4, and one of them is the roof of Sebastian's house. And then he plays it in this little, I think I got 2 minutes of it. And you watch where this light comes from. This ain't no damn garbage truck. Shut up. Get out of town. Shut the front door. Silly Nilly. There ain't no garbage going across that lawn. Not unless that garbage truck's coming out of the Sebastian's house. Please. But again, I'll let you be the judge of what you think, all right? Okay, my beautifuls. Oh, I'm playing the wrong screen. Hold on.
Also zooming in as well, for those that are on the phone. But keep in mind, one last time, the surveillance video, remember, somebody's recorded it on the phone, so it's shaking around. So it's kind of tough to have it like perfectly lined up. But watch where these subjects come out of. Especially watch where subject 2 comes out of. So here it would be lined up right here. Sebastian Rogers' home right here. And look where subject 2 comes out of.
Ooh, 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 ooh. Look, I'm going to stop it and pause it. This right here is the Sebastian's house. His home, where he was last allegedly seen by his mother, right? So he's saying these 2 lights are constant floodlights. This also is the same area that was blown up by a lovely creator, and it's like a Russell video or something. The Ruckus video, all right? I believe, and I always said that it was leaves on a tree. I always said that. Everybody asks me, and I'm like, I believe it's leaves on a tree. And everybody's like, in February? And I'm like, yeah. Well, I've seen February shots from that street where Sebastian lives, and indeed, there are leaves on the trees. It's Tennessee. And this is the trees right here. This is the Ruckus video, you guys. And I'm not discrediting somebody's hard work. And you may absolutely believe it. But that would be disproportionate. And these people would be bigger than the house. So it doesn't really work. But that being said, those lights are pairing up with the lights above these people's garage. They've got 3. One's up behind the tree, and you see it blink out once in a while as the wind is blowing the leaves. And then you have the two constant ones right here, and it's 3-car garage with the floodlight above each door. That meets up exactly with that video there of the house, or that picture of the house. All right, so what you're seeing here is a neighbor to Rogers, okay, to Sebastian. These are their garage door lights, is what he's saying too. And I agree. Now, I paused it the first second that subject 2 appears. Now, look right here. This house right here is Rogers. Is Sebastian's home. And then that same light is going to disappear as it'll go. And then you see this gazebo sitting right here. Matt over on the mob crew plays this out. He's done all the work. I've done none of it. He's done it all. I want to give him the biggest shout out. Hats off from another fellow creator that is amazed by your work. You do a fantastic job. All right? Because you just do. I'm so proud of you. But this light, it hits this gazebo area and poof, you can't see it because the person is with the light behind that gazebo. Now the light will reappear after the gazebo. So the gazebo is blocking the camera. Now what is very interesting is if you go watch his channel, he walks it through where the car lights come on. He has another video where he follows up and he shows you what kind of cars, sorry, I almost sneezed and coughed, what kind of cars fit that kind of lighting situation. He breaks it down. So I'm floored. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to rewind this just before that light appears. And it's heading to subject 1. And if you look at subject 1 right here, they're actually close to the curb, right? I almost wonder if this person isn't standing off right here waiting for the handoff. The handoff. Now, remember my theory a while ago? I had a blackout theory. And some of you, a great deal of you, were very supportive. There were always some trolls, some haters that were like, you know what? You and your damn theories are just absolutely annoying. They are so far-fetched. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. Think what you want. But now back up to my theory that he was walked out the house and met up with some kidnapper. Whoever that be. Now, you know it went completely awry after the person switches over. We have shoes returning to the pond, being rinsed out, and the bag that the shoes had been in getting thrown. So it's just a bag in the dumpster, and that's why the dog sit on the dumpster in the retention pond. But there wasn't a connection from the home to the pond, right? However you want to see it. So this just kind of like validated. It's not saying my theory is right. It's just a theory. I'm just waiting for my theory to be proven wrong. And I would love it to be. That is my ultimate wish. I pray my theory is proven wrong. I want this to be a recovery of person alive. And them return to a new environment that's wonderful to them. I really, really do. Because if my theory is right, then somebody from that house walked that child out, I believe. You could also say that he left on his own and met someone. That might be true. I just personally feel with the whole house being blacked out that night, and Katie knew it, and it's the only night that she ever seemed to have that happen, and her kid went missing, that she knew about it. Would Sebastian, with autism, even if he had shoes on, venture out across all them yards in the night alone? I highly doubt it. That's just me. So to me, the only way the child would go is with somebody familiar. And if that's the way it happened, then so far, we might be on the right track to the theory, which would really suck. But, like I said, I pray I'm wrong. I really, really do. Karen believes that CP is waiting for the handoff. Irma says, please, Ma D, make the video red. And you see people, I did. It was scared when I see it. Oh, I'm going to definitely be working on this. Not today. I'm just going to share what he's done for work here. Like I said, I'm going to back it up right before. But you see that. You can see where subject 2 appeared. And that right there is the roof of Sebastian Rogers' house. So watch it again. I'll back it up to here. Okay, go ahead.
Sebastian Rogers' home right here. And look where subject 2 comes out of. And then disappears right here. Subject 1's right here. Guess where subject 2 is going to pop out? Takes a minute. Because they're probably going down in this ditch here. Hiding, is that a cabana? Is it called a cabana? And then... Did I slow this one down? And then here comes subject 2. Subject 2 continues on. Again, you know, these lights are bouncing around because remember, the guy's got this phone, so, you know, really it would be stationary, and the subject 2 is really just kind of going in a straight line, but for some reason, and here, notice there's a couple trees, and it kind of goes in and out, and then it disappears, which I think it disappears right behind this home. And I was able to zoom it in and almost get it even a little bit better. But again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show a video where I'm going to fix this. So I'm going to have to fix every time this guy's, whoever recorded it with their phone, I'm going to try to fix it.
All right, so I know his volume is so low and I didn't boost it. He's a very quiet speaker. Mimim says, if the parents know where he is, why would they let this go on so long? That's an excellent question. I wanted to back up. There was something. Okay, Sam R. Great point, Sam R. I'm giving you a gold star. You said if he left on his own, who went back to the house? Thank you, lovely. So we're not sure. There's several small videos, and we don't know with the one returning to the house if it's actually followed by a smaller clip where that light is going back this way. So it made it confusing when you realize that it's not just one clip, but there's several little clips, and we don't have the original. It's hard to know when they're coming and going. But I do believe you're right. I think somebody does return to the home. I really do. I truly, in my gut, feel someone, and there was only one person home. I feel with him, allegedly. The person put themselves there, right? And we see this flashlight coming, originating. Like I said, let me play it one more time. I'm going to go ahead and mute him. He does a great job, though. But right here. Okay. So when you really look at this, if Mom is the only one home with Sebastian and the light returns to the house, it would only logically make you think that she's walking him to someone. Now, hold on for this. I'm going to play this. I'm going to talk to you a minute. Let's get up close and personal. All right. Let me mute that part. Okay, over on the mob crew, he said he's been talking to somebody behind the scenes, and that there is allegedly, hold on, I'm going to stop it. Allegedly, where is it playing? There. Okay. Let's just come over here where I can talk to you. Allegedly, there is audio, allegedly, that he is hearing rumors of, or even more so than rumors, there's audio from a camera of the area that allegedly picked up some ongoings. He said you can hear voices, but they're all garbled. But he said some people that are listening to it, now this is all behind the scenes, he's going to be bringing it out. He said there's a couple people, more than a few, that feel it could be Chris P's voice recorded on there. Now, hold on, I want to get into this a minute. If you think about this, 6 months Sebastian is missing as of yesterday, the 26th of August. FBI comes out with a $50,000 reward, and in the subtext of the address for the web, the online, it had Sebastian's name, of course, but kidnapping. They're thinking that this is a kidnapping. Why not use the word abduction? Is kidnapping more about possibly a familiar? I'm just asking because I don't know. A kidnapping to me makes it feel like they knew the victim. I don't know. Because otherwise, isn't abduction? And isn't a kidnapping usually, isn't there a ransom compared to an abduction where it's just take them and go? I don't know. I thought that was weird. But I was like, why would the FBI be involved? One, and I have a theory on that. Because this video, I think they know damn well that's not no garbage truck. They're like, ain't no garbage truck. There ain't no flashies all over the place. And they would have heard beep, beep, beep on all the damn cameras. And what? Would that be kind of weird when then later you're watching video and here comes the garbage truck? Kind of rules it out. So I don't think they think it's garbage truck either. I think they were trying to cover to keep it quiet because it's important. That's my theory, my belief. In that, I think they've done exactly what Chris, I may have said Matt, I don't know. They may have done exactly what this fellow creator from the mob crew, and I can't remember, I thought his name was Matt, but I could be wrong. What he's done here is he's overlaid it, and they probably went out there as FBI, and why are they involved if, there has to be a cross of the state line kind of thing? Well, it could be because they got involved when there were reports of North Carolina of a Sebastian doppelganger, another child that looked just like Sebastian. His own dad thought it was him. And so the FBI could have got involved with it then. And then, I don't know, maybe they stay in it after that. But they're offering a $50,000 reward, and the word kidnapping in the title or in the web address. It really made me think about this video. And did they get a recording that maybe it sounded like Crispy? You know who Crispy is. And then they're like, well, he would have went over state line with the child if that were true. So we're involved. Is there that? I don't know. What are your thoughts on it? Irma says, you see by the car, people. Oh, you see by the car, people. It's so hard without the right, Also, you see by the flashing a face. He has the flash on his face. Look by the car and make it red, and you'll see people, a woman with a bag, and more. I have the picture. Very cool, very cool. Like I said, we'll break it down. If there's something to see, that's cool. I am not going to be on here long. I just wanted to get all that out in a nutshell. Give a shout out to the mob crew. I had to share it with all of you because some of you don't know about, even though they're a large channel, not everybody watches him or sees him. So I wanted to make sure and get this out there because anytime a fellow creator does an awesome job that brings information to the case that I feel is very valid, very worth our interest, I'm going to give them a shout out and show their hard work because I'm here to the same goal as he is. We're on the same team, and that's to help find Sebastian, find out what happened to him. And I'll tell you what, I give you my God honest word. If there was anything I ever did that led to getting that reward, I would absolutely donate it to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. 1,000% of it. All of it. That's it. I just would. And I say that live with confidence. I don't care. No matter what, it is not money for a person. You know what I mean? Like, don't keep it. Give it away to do some good. So, we have another video coming up now. Now, this time it's my time to kind of go through and break down some screen analysis. We're taking Jay Slater's face and we're going to try and line it up and Tom's face and see, yeah, it's Jay Slater's phone according to his mom with that picture where he's saying he left with 2 Molly boys and stole a watch. We're going to line it up, do some measurements, and find out. What do you think? Is it Jay Slater or is it somebody else's face? Is it Tom? With that, I love you. Jump over. You'll see a little thumbnail at the end. I'm calling you to action. Click it. Come with me. And we can continue to kind of catch up together on True Crime Street. Love you. To the moon and back. Peace out. Thank you, my beautiful. Thank you.